Robert better not get in my face. Because I'll drop that motherfucker.
What is going on, guys? QKnightZ here, and welcome back for another Call of Duty Zombies video. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys a Zombies Top 5. Now, a lot of you guys have been begging me to do one of these again, as I haven't done one in months. I used to do them a lot. I used to do them once a week, and you guys really loved them, but I kind of stopped them because personally, I've kind of been not liking the top 5s in the community recently, but I figured I haven't done one for a long time, so why not finish out the series that I used to be doing? And I used to be covering the SMGs, the assault rifles, all those bad boys, but I never got to the LMGs. So today we're going to be going over the top 5 best LMGs in Zombies history, and you can definitely expect a top 5 worst LMGs in the near future. But if you could drop a like right now, let's shoot for 200 likes. I would certainly appreciate it, and let's get into this. So coming in at our number 5 spot, we have the RPD, and this gun really almost feels like a forgotten weapon to me in Zombies, because on Town and Transit and the Green Run maps, people really don't revisit those that often, so you don't really think about the guns from those maps. On Die Rise, you would really never use an LMG. There was no reason to. You'd usually buy the AN-94 and have the Sliquifier. Then we got into Mob of the Dead, where they gave us the LSAT. We had Buried, where we also had the LSAT on the wall, so there's really no reason to use the RPD. Maybe you'd use it if you got it, but I never found myself using it. I always found myself either buying the LSAT or the AN-94 right off the wall, and I don't even think it was on Origins. I don't think it was on that map whatsoever, so people really don't think about the RPD. But personally, I loved this weapon when I would go for high rounds on Town. It held a ton of ammo, and it was just a great weapon overall, and that's why it takes our number 5 spot. So coming in at number 4, we have the MG42, and this is definitely the OG LMG, and I almost wanted to put this higher on the list, because in terms of Black Ops weapons, or World at War weapons rather, this was the pinnacle of the World at War weapons. Besides the PPSH, if you wanted a gun, you would get the MG42, because this thing was an absolute monster, especially in comparison to the other guns in World at War. It had high damage, it had a high fire rate, and when you pack-a-punched it, it didn't actually get more damage. The damage was not increased, but it shot faster. That was really all that happened, I believe. I believe the ammo was even the same, but it was just a really solid gun. I always loved using this weapon. It's great for Nocturne and Toten if you're trying to camp. It's great for Derice if you're trying to camp. It's really not a training weapon whatsoever, because in World at War, you moved extremely slow if you had any type of LMG, but nonetheless, the MG42 is absolutely amazing, and it comes in at our number 4 spot. Now this is definitely one weapon that a lot of you guys may not recall, as I know a lot of you guys are new to Black Ops 3, but there's definitely more of you who have never played this specific map. Now this gun was only on one single map, and this is the MG08 from Origins, and I almost forgot about this weapon, because as you guys know, Origins really isn't my cup of tea. I really haven't played it all that much, because I never really got into it. You know, I know how to do all the staffs. I've done the Easter egg solo one time, and I will never ever attempt that again, but this never really was my map. Mob of the Dead has always been my map for Black Ops 2. Origins was always there. It's good, but it's just not my favorite. But I remember the MG08, and I just remembered how absolutely amazing this weapon is. It is so good, and you can always get a free pack-a-punched one on Origins, which makes this weapon really, really accessible for any players. It's really not that bad for training. I never feel like I'm too slow with it in the mud, and when you pack-a-punch it, it is even better. I love the weird wonky iron sights on this thing, and it's just one of the best guns you can possibly have on Origins. It takes care of the Panzer like no other, and it comes in at our number 3 spot. Now I have to say, distinguishing between the number 1 and the number 2 spot was very, very difficult for me, as both of these weapons are great and my personal favorites. But coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the LSAT. And what makes this weapon great is not its high damage, its high ammo capacity, or its really surprising high mobility for being an LMG. What makes this weapon absolutely amazing is its wall location on Buried. Now, I'm not saying the location itself is great, but I'm saying just the fact that there is a wall location period is what makes this weapon amazing. Now, you know you have to jump up on the balcony and grab this in the starting room on Buried. You can have this weapon on round 2. If you get enough points, you can get this weapon on round 2. That's how crazy overpowered this thing is. You can use it the entire game, and that's usually what I find myself doing, unless I want to shake things up. Now, if you want to get ammo for it, you just have to blow yourself up there. Just have to, like, lift yourself up with a paralyzer. You can grab ammo for it, and you have unlimited ammo for one of the best guns in the map. But anyways, guys, let's get into our number 1 spot, and this one you probably have seen coming. Alright, wait.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Before any of you guys get your knickers in a twist, I do have 2 honorable mentions, and if you guys have been following my channel since Draka came out, I think when Draka came out I had around 3,000 to 4,000 subs, so there probably weren't as many of you following me, but you'll know that I limit myself to 2 honorable mentions. I don't go above 2, because then I feel like you're just giving yourself too many weapons to put on the list, but we're gonna give an honorable mention to 2 LMGs in Zombies history, and those are the Gorgon and the Browning. And I'm only putting the Browning on here because it was the other LMG in World at War, and it was a pretty solid gun. It just wasn't anything compared to the MG42. Now, a lot of people think this gun is amazing, but really, once you get up into the higher rounds, it really just doesn't hold up compared to the MG. And the Gorgon, honestly, I wanted to make a spot for it on this list, but I just couldn't. This thing is so good for camping, and the reason I didn't put it on here is because you basically can't train with this thing. There's no reason to. It's just not a gun that you want to be running around with at any point in time, but the Browning and the Gorgon take our 2 honorable mentions. Alright boys, no surprises here, the Dingo takes our #1 spot, and I have to say, you probably saw this coming. If you didn't, you probably haven't played Black Ops 3, because the Dingo is absolutely amazing, and what really makes this #1 material is that this is definitely the easiest and the smartest LMG for you to run around and train with. There's really no reason not to run around and train with the Dingo, especially when you have stamina up. You run just as fast as you would if you had an assault rifle, and this thing is absolutely great for taking out entire trains. It's great for getting zombies out of your way. It demolishes bosses, and the spider boss on Zetsumo no Shima, nah, he's just gone. You might as well not even bother going down there because he just will run away at the sight of the Dingo. He smells the Dingo coming, he's gone because it just melts him so fast. The Dingo, it's absolutely amazing. It's always been one of my favorite guns. When you pack a punch, you get the Dire Wolf, and it's that much better, and it comes in at our #1 spot. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy today's video, please help me out by dropping a like. I would definitely appreciate it. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. I have to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't even know what's going on. I've gained 1,000 subscribers today. That has not happened since I did the thing with Laggin a long time ago, or like 6 months ago. So thank you guys so much for that. I've went from 15K to 18,000 in like 4 days. It's absolutely insane. So thank you guys so much for that. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like if you could. I would certainly appreciate it. And peace out.